everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? We're going to have a fun night tonight. Matty will be in shortly. I'm all set up for reading, so I can't wait to get everybody in here and get their requests for a reading. Now, you're going to have to forgive me. I still have the COVID cough, and I can't wait for it to be gone. So I will be eating cough drops. So anyway, how is everyone? And I'd like you to start thinking about what you want to ask. Hi, Kim. Hi, Yasmina. I see some other people that are in. So as usual, I'm going to use the Rider Tarot deck. I will look at September, October, November, if you want, a 3-month reading. I can look just at what's going to happen in September if you want. A general question. Remember, you need to be 18 or older to get a reading from Matty or I. No legal pleas, no medical, which also includes pregnancy. So we like to do those in other readings, but not live. Okay, so we usually do tarot, and Matty does charms. He will do yes, no questions for you. So if you want a yes, no question, just write in there, yes, no question, and write the question. And he will look at it for you. Let's see, what else? They're free readings, absolutely free readings. If you want to tip either Matty or I, or even David on his show, there's always a pay link somewhere, and you can always donate a little bit of money. But otherwise, it is free. Okay. And Iva, thank you for putting a yes, no question. He will see that with those cute, colored hearts that you have. He will see that. Remember, as when Matty comes in, go ahead and maybe repost underneath. He may go back and look, but keep posting and we'll try to get to your question, okay? Narden, happy birthday. Now, if Matty sees that, he always makes me sing. So we would sing happy birthday to you. Okay. And look at I see some new people here as well. Brianne, as I was going to talk about mediumship. We do mediumship in our other services that we give. Usually here we're doing a quick reading. We can't really take a lot of time to what do you call it, get the energy of the person that's deceased. So I know for myself, I do psychometry, so I need a picture and all that stuff. So if you have another question, we can do tarot. It's just a lot faster than doing mediumship. So sorry about that, but we have to kind of edit and do fast readings as fast as we can. Okay. I'm looking to see. And Iva, just don't put someone's name. You have a name in there. So just put person of interest. It can be a love interest. It can be a relative. It can be an ex. But don't put their name in because we will never put it up on the screen. So please change that. Oh, Marianne. Matty, if he sees that you say it's your birthday, he makes us sing. So, which is fine. So just make sure it's there when he sees it. Yes, he will sing. Okay. Annika, you did you wrote yours the right way. Thank you for doing that. Carlos Sant is saying happy birthday to Narden. Hey, Carlos. Oh, guys, you guys have the how it's going. When Narden, when I do a 3-month reading, I don't really put that it has to be for something. I just let spirit tell me what you need. We can always ask if there's someone in there to bring them in and look about it, but I don't do a 3-month reading for usually for anything but what spirit wants to say. But Maddie's doing 3-month readings now, so I can ask him. All right, I see everybody. Annika, we do free readings all the time. We don't ever make people pay money for a reading. Maddie and I have very good, successful businesses, and we want to give back. But everybody likes some appreciation. I know David on his show on Tuesdays. David, has a double master's degree, and he studied the Buddhist way, and he does meditation, free readings, and discussion about world topics, spiritual topics, things like that. But he loves to get his cup of tea. And so tea in Australia, because he's coming from Australia in the morning on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And so I think it's like $3 for a cup of tea there. So people donated $3 for him to have his tea. So Annika, you're planning to do your master's next year. Congratulations on that. Yeah, we feel like we want to give back to people. The people should not have to pay if they don't have the money. So we're happy to help. Hey, Matty Tarot. We have birthday people in the house.
Oh, yeah? Okay, we got to sing. Hold on one second.
Yeah, somebody did ask if you're going to sing for her. I will have to zip back and get some names.
Okay, so whose birthday is it? Hi, everybody.
That's what I'm looking. I want to make sure I get everybody. Mary Ann's asking about Maddie sing to me. I only turned 6 today. I don't believe in double digits, which is cute. And Narden, it's Narden's birthday today.
Okay.
Can we get everybody, those two? Mary Ann and Narden.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to adjust my volume. Can you guys hear us okay? Okay, I should be able to hear. We don't want to send feedback. That's never fun.
Give me 1 second.
Sure, that's fine. So let's see. And Kim Lunzer is saying happy birthday to Marianne. Carlos says happy birthday to Narden. I love that everybody's so getting to know each other and greeting everybody.
I'm ready for happy birthday. Are you ready, Debbie?
Are we going to sing Narden and Marianne, or are we going to sing separate?
Okay, so let's just do alphabetical. Marianne and Narden.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody sing at home. Ready?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday, dear Marianne and
Narden. Happy birthday to you. You should be on Broadway. That was great. Oh, we did it. That turned out. Oh, I love that. Okay.
Okay.
So I went over most of the rules and I talked about tipping. So I think we're good.
Okay. So it's Wheel Wednesday. So
you guys know what that means.
Yes. You know what that? Wait, hold on. Wait. You know what that means?
Oh, okay.
You might get a spin.
I love that.
So we're always switching it up, how we do things and, trying out different things. So today's game is going to be a series of trivia questions that I have already sent Debbie. And we're going to go back and forth asking. It's on your email.
Be right back.
And we're going to go back and forth asking. And First person to answer correctly in the chat gets an entry on the wheel, which we will spin at the end of the show for a prize, and we'll announce the prize at the end. Or should we announce the prize now?
You can announce the prize now.
Yeah. So you get a chance to have your name on the wheel, and you get a prize. The winner of the wheel spin gets a prize of an Amazon gift card and a free reading from me. So Debbie's going to be sending an Amazon gift card, and I'll be providing a free reading. So that is the stakes for tonight.
Hey. And
today, depending on where you are in the world watching this.
Did Michael finally get his glasses?
Yes.
Because I saw they were like delayed.
Yes, Debbie. And I meant to send you a message. Thank you so much for that. They're so kind.
You're welcome.
You're so kind of you. And the headphones.
You're welcome. That was his idea.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, so hold on. I'm just getting one little thing here.
Yeah, I am. I just got the questions and I have them where I can see them. Okay, everybody have to have their thinking cap on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or be fast on the internet.
They're funny. Yeah, you guys can look up the answers on the internet if you want, but the questions are pretty funny. Okay, hold on one second. I'm getting one more thing.
I'm going to answer a question right now.
Okay.
Hi, lady. You said you're at a point in your life where you got to create something for yourself to progress. You've been stuck too much time. Suggestions to change your life now. Can I just tell you, lady, what I did? So I had a very good career with the government and I retired early. And then I went into all kinds of things, international nanny, all this stuff, had a near-death experience. And I was psychic all my life. So I started doing readings. So I created a successful life doing that, a career. Then just over a couple of years ago, I was sitting here in my office and I really talked to God. I cried out to God and said, bring me my passion. What do I do now? And it dropped in my lap to write books. And I've just written my 40th book. I publish them. I do all kinds of stuff. And so this is another thing that I'm doing that I had the passion for because I felt very stuck. I was doing the same thing, even though I have a calling to work in paranormal stuff and mediumship and all of that. And amazing, find missing people, do homicides, you name it. I go, I need something else to come in. And that lady that came in fast. And I wrote the bulk of my books in 1 year, in 2023. And that was God. That was God. And so Matty might have some suggestions later or whatever. But for me, boy, did that work when I asked the other side to intervene.
So I think that's a lovely story, Debbie. I don't want to tell anybody what they need to do for their life, because everyone's so unique. And different things work for different people, but I can tell you what worked for me and what works for a lot of people is this realization. And I know most of this is probably things you've heard before and everything, but it took I'll say this, it took me about 3 to 4 years of deliberate, like just determination in this mindset to fully turn around my outlook. Because there was a point in my life, I'm going to share something vulnerable here. There was a point in my life in my late teen years, early 20s, that I was suicidal. And I was not aware that I felt this way because it was very buried. but it would come out in subtle ways. And there was a moment where it was very apparent. And, you know, I went to therapy, I learned anyway, all this stuff, right? So I say all that to say, I made a decision to, it's like the realization that, like, okay, nobody's going to come along and, you know, carry me out of this, and nobody you know, no one's coming to save me, and I'm responsible for my happiness, you know. And those are the cliche things everyone tells you, right? But really learning about psychology helped me a lot, because I realized how much the human brain is really, really, really just, it's programming. So we're just not, we oftentimes say, oh, that's just who I am, or that's just how I am, you know, when we're talking about something. But it's not, that's not the truth. That's not just how you are. That's the program. That's how you've been programmed, whether it was directly by you or whether it was by your environment, your caregivers. You've been programmed to believe a certain thing, to behave a certain way, and you have the power and authority to change all of that programming. And it really, really goes back to your beliefs. It's rooted in what you believe. And we may not recognize everything as a belief. We may not say, you know, we may think when someone asks, do you love yourself? And you say, yes. You may really think that, but you got to look at it like, do you, okay, you love yourself, but do you, I mean, do you stay in situations where you're constantly disrespected and not seek out better for yourself? And do you know you should be doing certain things and you're not doing them? And because, you know, what are your actions saying? Do your actions show that you value yourself? You know, it doesn't matter what you're telling yourself, because our brain, again, it's this programming, it's this lie. Like, we lie to ourselves to make ourselves feel comfortable, to help us. And an example of that would be like, you know, when we say, I didn't want to tell the person this thing because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. That's not the truth. You wanted to avoid the uncomfortable feelings that you would feel having to tell them that. And you've lied to yourself and disguised it as, oh, I'm not going to tell this person this thing because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. It makes you feel better about yourself when you tell yourself that story, right? This is just an example. But anyway, that's an example of how we often lie to ourselves. And, so I'm saying all this to say, really, it took a matter of that realization of, I'm responsible for this and I can change my programming, and being diligent about that, being, you know, whenever that inner critic would pop up, you know, actively and mindfully attacking it back, essentially saying, like, you're not gonna run the show anymore. You're not gonna tell me what to think about myself. And I get to determine that, and I get to make different choices, and I am the creator of this story. So, like I said, it took about 3 to 4 years of actively, and I mean actively, doing this, to be able to forgive things from the past, to be able to get over pains. You know, people say, how do you ever forgive somebody? You literally program yourself over again. You got to tell yourself every time that feeling pops up, that tells you all the stuff that happened and how you shouldn't, you got to literally remind yourself, I'm choosing to let this go. I'm choosing to forgive. And it's not going to stick. 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 But eventually it does. You reprogram yourself. And that's like, honestly, that's the answer. It's a matter of repetition. It's a matter of experiences. You know, if you have bad experiences in certain environments, expose yourself to those types of environments or something similar to those environments, and make different experiences that are good. Give your brain new reference points to pull from. Um, it's a journey, and accepting that there's never going to be a point in time where you reach a goal in your life and you go, all right, I'm done. I want nothing more, and I have everything, and I don't need to heal, and it's like, I'm done. That doesn't exist. So life is to be experienced. It is a series of changes and ever turning pages that it's the journey, is essentially. And it's so much more important to enjoy the journey than it is to spend all your time focusing on some destination in the future. You're not living when you're doing that. So, you know, make that deliberate choice for yourself. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Lady, the correct way to ask the other side, not really a any specific way. You can, in any way you want. Prayers, or just say, I tell people, just say, hi, spirit guides, we're working together now. You don't need their name or anything, or any higher power that you use. Hi, we're working together. And so we're going to be talking a lot. And that's what I tell people. There we go. So hopefully that explained your question.
Okay, so what
Please post your reading requests. Remember, no proper names in your comments, so we could put it up here. And Annika, when are we starting?
we're starting now. So
Post your requests.
Here we go. Wait, where is it? Here we go.
We're going to find who we want to, or who we're going to do readings for. And oh, look at that.
Yes. And then this. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to start with our first question to get your name on one of these winner spots. Okay. So, Debbie, do you want to ask the first question?
Oh, okay. Let me go over there. Oh, man, I clicked off. What? Let me go
That's
back.
okay.
And
so you guys, the first person to answer in the chat the correct answer to this question will get one of these spots put on the wheel with their name for a chance to win an Amazon gift card and a free reading at the end of the show.
I'm sorry, it disappeared where I put it, so I'm going to go to my email.
That's okay. You want me to read the first one?
I got it. It's about the giraffes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks a lot, Maddie. I'm old. Male giraffes have a bizarre way of picking a mate. They headbutt a female until she urinates, and I'm being creative with this. And then the male forces the females. Oh, this is terrible. I don't want to do this. Maddie.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
I'm so done. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm so lady.
Male giraffes have a bizarre way of picking a mate. It's nature, Debbie. They headbutt the female until she urinates, and then A, the male forces the female's head into the urine. That sounds unpleasant. B, the male rolls around in it. C, the male tastes the urine to see if the female is ovulating. Or D, the male sticks his nose up, you know where? Crazy, right? Which one is the answer?
I think he tastes it.
Okay. Somebody said, okay, so we got C and then A. Let's see. The answer is C. Okay, so Anika Mittal. Let's see. We'll put Anika Mittal. All right. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. Okay. There you go. So Anika Mittal, you've got a space on the wheel right here. All righty. All right, so we can move on to readings now. So that's how it's going to go, guys, for the show. We're going to have 5 more questions. And
I can, when we get to it, I can do the next question.
Okay.
It's not like, okay.
All right, let's see.
I have
already.
I gotta find her.
Can I go?
I didn't put the time down. Did you find anybody yet? I'm going fast here.
I picked Kim Lenzer.
Okay, I'm gonna do Anika next.
Okay.
I just gotta go find it.
Kim says, I would love a reading from either one of you. All righty. All right, Kim. You are you're currently in a so you're either doing this or you're really like you've got a lot of like anxiety around it, but it's something you're going to do and maybe you're nervous about it. But speaking your truth, there's something that you want to provide clarity on, or you want to speak your truth, you want to be heard, you want to something is being unveiled, and you are hoping that the communication of this, or possibly maybe this is something you're receiving a communication about, some sort of truth, a truth is being shown to you. This is going to bring you hope, or this is something that's hopeful. It's a relief. It's some sort of weight off of your shoulders, off your chest. So whether or not that's a message you get, or it's something that you speak yourself, it kind of brings this it's like a feeling of where there was once before you were so anxious, all that anxiety goes away essentially. Not all of it, but a good amount of it. Let's see what this is surrounding. Yeah, it does look like this has been on your mind for a while. So I do believe that this is something that you are going to be saying. You're going to be finally putting your foot down about something, or speaking up about something that's been bothering you. Your intuition's been telling you to. It's been nudging you. Doing this provides clarity. It might feel a little dark at first when you do start to reveal this, or begin to speak up about it. Maybe set a boundary, whatever it's regarding. It might feel a little dark at first, but you got to keep your eye on the light at the end of the tunnel. This is like I said, you're being intuitively guided to do this. And so you've been receiving this recurring message in your mind, or in you're intuitively receiving this recurring message, and it looks like you're finally taking action. And this involves some adjusting. There's some readjusting that has to be done, because maybe the party involved, a person, the party, the other end receiving this message, or the thing you're saying, maybe it's uncomfortable for them. And so there's some work that needs to be done. There needs to be attending to the garden, or some effort you would like to see. You'd like to see some effort from somebody, I'm thinking, is what it's saying. In regard to, it looks like this is in regard to a close relationship. So yeah, this might be something that has been strained for a while. Frequent, just frequent low vibrational energy that brings you down. Sometimes it's good, but lately it's been really low. You want to see the effort from this person. Now, let's see how this goes. It does look like there is an understanding that gets reached, although it may not be so smoothly. And it does look like this knowledge is applied. I do believe this person has been in your life for quite a while. So whether it's a close friend, a family member, or a partner, whether you're, totally in union with them or not, this person's been in your life a while. You've had a very how do I say? This person's been very involved. And it does look like this knowledge does get applied. This information and the knowledge gained from it gets applied, and you do see that change. You do see that effort. So that's good. And again, the star came out. So what you don't see coming. So you're going to be going, so essentially you're going to be going through a dark, kind of a dark time. It's going to feel a little uncertain. Keep hope though. The star came out twice. That is the light, the guiding light through the night. That effort will be made. You do have to speak up. It requires your thorough communication as well. I'm getting a message as your patience. You may feel like you've communicated this before. You've said it 1,000 times. Well, maybe you haven't said it in a way that clicks for the other person. You have to remember, we all have our own individual experiences. 10 people can be in a room, experience the same thing, and they'll leave with 10 different perspectives. And that's really important to remember in close relationships, because the things you're saying, you could totally be trying to communicate one message and the person gets a completely different message. They hear something differently. So we can't just assume our facial expression is going to communicate the thing we want it to. We can't just assume that even the words we're saying are going to communicate the thing we want it to. So patience is very important throughout the process. Sometimes issues need to be revisited multiple times. And, a lot of times people feel like, well, I shouldn't have to repeat myself. If I've asked somebody something, I shouldn't have to ask them again. That's as much as we would like that to be true, that is an unreasonable expectation, because you have to think about it this way. Everyone, I think it's called sonder. There's a word that describes it. The moment you realize, I'm sure we've all experienced this at one point. You look around and you see every single person you have this realization that every single person is having an experience just as rich as your own, just as complex as your own, just as deeply involved. And they are the main character in that experience. And they have their own life, right? So you have to keep that in mind. People, how much stuff do you have on your mind? Do you remember every single detail about every single thing people have said to you? And even if you do remember, do your emotions get in the way of you being able to completely show up and be adhering to that every time? Like, I'm sorry, not every time. Do your emotions get in the way sometimes? Yes, they do. The way you feel about something overrides sometimes the way other people feel about something. That's just what happens. So keep that in mind. Keep the aspect of, like, everybody, people typically aren't trying to be malicious. The large majority of people are good people. They just want to do good by others. They don't want to bother people. They want to, they want to have good relationships. They're not bad. So they're not, even when someone's like hurting us by what actions they're taking, most of the time it's not from a standpoint of them being malicious, deliberately trying to, be conniving and hurt us and take us down. No, they're navigating their own emotional world, behaving based on their experiences and what they believe is, the best course of action at the time, whether or not that was a poor decision, or whether or not that was a good or a poor decision on their part. So keep that in mind. Stay patient, stay calm. And it looks like this does come to a promising resolution. Remain hopeful is the overall message here. Through disruptions, remain hopeful. And yeah, look at this. I love it when the cards come out and say exactly what I'm saying. Through the disruption, keep your strength. Through the disruptions, keep strength. Okay? Because there is a light at the end of the tunnel that's coming. It's right around the corner. Okay? That's all I have for you this evening.
That was really good. Okay. Anika, feelings of a Libra for you. First 4 cards are going to be for you. First card's going to tell me a little bit about you. Energy crossing, which can be something on your mind, the future, the past, and then I'm going to look at this. The card that represents you is really wanting to get along with everyone. That's very good, working well with people. You have a male that crosses you in temporary energy. This is a King of Wands. King of Wands is usually a business type of person. Sometimes they have their degree or their MBA, something like that. They have an ambition as a theme in this lifetime to be somebody, to get to the top of their field, and they are motivated and can motivate others. So we have this man crossing you in temporary energy on your mind, or somebody coming in. In the future, you get sticker moment. You get a sticker right here on your forehead. And it says capable, because I get that you are multi-skilled and I think you could do anything that you want. You're going to use these great skills in the future. Past position, I don't know if you went to a wedding, a celebration, a family reunion. There is this happily ever after type of card in your past position. Now, as far as the Libra goes, I do get, I can't believe I have my phone on off and it rang. Isn't that weird?
Oh, I hate that.
It will turn off. So what I do have when we're looking at this Libra, I get fond memories of the past. When I get that, I'm usually going, okay, it seems like anything that was happening was, already done with. I ask the other side, is there any relationship coming out of this or any big thing? I do have my no card here. I do want to say something to you first right now. I really do feel like you're super creative. So go and stay on that path, because I really do feel like that you could get money making ideas or invent something, by the way. So I do get fond memories of the past, but a new beginning of friendship. Okay. I do want to tell you, this can be you. I do get a money-minded woman, a woman that would be detail-oriented, maybe in finances or money. So I do get this type of person being important here. A double sticker moment means that you get another sticker here of being responsible. I'm not worried at you doing anything in your lifetime, because you're multi-skilled. You are so capable and you put a lot of hard work and effort into what you get. So I get this responsible card for you. I did take the 2 extra cards just to see if this is going to be a relationship that's going to go anywhere or longevity. And I do get no. I also get the star card saying, hang in there, no matter what happens, hang in there, that the other side has great things for you. Stay positive, manifest for what you want, and hang in there. And that's your message. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay. I was laughing in the middle of the reading, and it was not because anything that was going on in the reading or what you were saying. Is because I was scrolling through the comments trying to pick my next reading, and I came across Gilberta. I can't find it now. Ooh, Gilberta said, where is it? It's nature, Debbie. T-shirt idea. When you, because you were the draft thing, and I was like, you're like, I can't read that. I was like, it's nature, Debbie.
Yeah. Well, I don't
That made
say
me laugh, though.
you notice I said urinate instead of pee.
Yes.
Which was your word. So
that just made me
use
laugh.
scientific terms. I'm good.
So bad. Okay, so we're going to go back to this view. Debbie, read the next question.
Here we go. In the midst, in the midst of his murder spree, serial killer Rodney Akala went on a game show and won. Was it A, the dating game, B, Wheel of Fortune, C, the $100,000 pyramid, or D, The Price is Right?
That's my favorite game show ever. The Price is Right.
I'm not going to guess because I've heard this before. And I don't want to.
So we got B, C, C, B, C, C, D, C, D. I shouldn't be saying them out loud, huh?
They could read it. Well, some of you can read
there we go.
Facebook and some can't.
Sundown.
Where's our applause?
Oh.
And where was this? Yeah, we have applause thing.
Here we go.
We're not like back. No.
All right. So Sundown. What should I just?
Game.
should I just, yes, the dating game. The dating game. That's really creepy. You're the person on the dating game, one of the contestants was, that creeps me out. It's like a serial killer.
Yeah. Can't wait for that date.
I'm terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd I go? Hold
Well,
on.
I know someone that had connection with this. I think it's called he's called the Son of Sam. So it happens in real life.
Yes, it does. Yes, very much. Um, I think the craziest one I ever heard was, I don't know what they call the person. I think it's like the Amazon review killer or something like that. But the person was buying like, web things on Amazon and then leaving reviews about how like this, sawed through the, leg bone really easily, or like great for cutting up a body. Like they were leaving reviews on
Oh,
the
geez.
on the products.
That's
that's
crazy.
that's morbid. Okay. Okay, so Sundown. Should I put Sundown or should I put your name? Do you want to give me a name, or should I just put Sundown on the wheel? Let me know. But in the meantime, while I wait for that answer,
I
I've
think
chosen.
you should do Sundown.
Okay, yeah, I'll just put Sundown for now. We'll replace it if you want me to. Okay, there we go.
There it is. It's on. Here we go.
Sundown. Alrighty. Oh, Sundown said put Laura.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've changed it to Laura. Okay, so I chose. Where is it? I've chosen Mary Ann, but I just need to. Oh, here we go. All right, Mary Ann. Here's your birthday reading. Okay, so Marianne, you're going through a transition at this time. You're going through a period of life, or a time period where there's something, you're leaving something and moving forward. I do believe this is showing in something that's material, like it revolves around like the material world. So I'm getting here, it's a career, or possibly like a job move or something. Or maybe not from a job to a different job. Maybe it's like just the path in general you're taking in regard to your, maybe leaving a career life behind and taking a more, um, you know, um, like personal endeavor. Either way, the transition is happening. There's a lot of changes that have been happening. Ultimately, this brings you a lot of happiness. This is also something that it is, you find a different, we're always uncovering different parts of ourselves and parts of our personality, our identity, and figuring out who we are and, in this world. And so it does look like this facilitates some new discoveries in regard to self, in your spiritual journey, your expansion, your growth, and all that. I am being given the message that you must remain committed, though, because you know what? At first, I thought, where did that go? At first, I thought that fell out of my hand, and then I picked a card up and put it back in the deck because I thought I dropped it. But then I had this intuitive message come through that said, no, that was supposed to be the card, and it just jumped out again and went back into the deck, and I just barely saw it. So it was like peeking out and letting me know this is the one. You put it back in here. So I pulled it out. So that I'll get to that though. Either way, it looks like you don't. It looks like you need to remain committed on this path, because there's times where you may feel like, not enough is being done toward um, maintaining your I guess, to keep all the gears going and to keep, everything afloat. you feel like sometimes there's not enough being done, and then something bad's gonna happen, or something's gonna, you're gonna be put in a situation where you don't have anywhere to go, not anywhere to go physically, but like you don't have anywhere to go, like options wise. You run out of options and you feel stuck. Remain committed, and remain committed to, these are slow changes, these are small changes that are coming. So this transition period toward this happiness, it does come in small steps. And like I kind of was saying in the beginning, sometimes we're so focused on a destination that we don't notice those small steps. We don't notice those small gains every day. Those different little instances. We don't stop. What's the saying? Stop to smell the roses enough. And you're being asked to stop and smell the roses. The Knight of Materials, the Knight of Pentacles. There's a big rose right on this horse's head. And that's the intuitive message I'm also getting, is stop to smell the roses. The Knight of Pentacles talks about one foot in front of the other. It's a slow moving energy, but what is it also? Reliable. It's also committed. You can count on that energy. And so what it's saying here is the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Emotions. That's your desires, that's your dreams come true, your wishes, right? That's a realized dream, essentially, or a wish granted. So, I mean, it's a very direct message. The transitions that you're going through at this time, while they may seem concerning, are ultimately geared and working toward your highest good, your highest level of happiness. And you are being asked to slow down, stop to smell the roses, and take one step at a time to realize that you don't need to complete this major journey or this huge shift in order to get your desires, to get the things you want, to have that wish fulfilled. Looking at the big picture might help. The King of Wands here. Looking at the bigger picture, instead of looking at each individual. We may look at, I'll just give a tree losing its leaves in the winter as an example. A person might look at the tree losing all of its leaves in the winter and look at that individual circumstance and say, well, this is a bad thing. The tree's losing all its leaves. It's so bare, right? But if you look at the big picture over the lifespan of a tree, it's totally necessary for it to do that. And then it re-blossoms and reflourish. It's flourishing again in the spring, and it's growing, right? It's going through stages of growth. So that's kind of just a metaphor for looking at the bigger picture, not focusing so much on the individual circumstances, but and hindsight is 2020 for a reason. You can see the bigger picture looking back, but going forward, you can't always see it. So that's where you're being asked to keep faith. The Hierophant came out here. You're being asked to keep faith that on new endeavors that you may seem like you may feel naive in, you may feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't really know where I'm going from here. Keeping that faith and keeping that level of that temperament, that harmony within, it's very, very important here, because again, whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever your belief is, the higher power is not going to let you fall. Okay, that's a very strong message I'm getting here. You will be protected. You will be, if you are falling, you will be caught and lifted back up. So just have that faith, okay? The crystal card that came out is Crystal Tile. And like I said, I thought I dropped it. I put it back in. Something said to me, that was the card. What are you doing? And then it peeked out again. So this is definitely the card. Crystal Tile. This deep colored stone comes from the serpentine group of stones. It is especially useful to attract and manifest your needs. Known to clear the heart chakra, it will help you inject energy into your being. You will be filled with energy and positivity. What this tells me, I'm getting a very clear message here intuitively. What this tells me is that the doubt, the worry, the fear, anything you have concern about moving forward in this transitional time of your life is is really rooted in a deep, you have not, how do I say this? You haven't forgiven yourself for something. There's something you don't fully trust yourself. And I go back to what maybe you that doesn't resonate with you at all. Maybe you're like, that's not true. Go back to what I said in the beginning when I said we lie to ourselves all the time. And don't just ask yourself mentally if you trust yourself, or like, that's not the way to find that out. You gotta see, do you hesitate a lot? Do you have doubt? Do you find yourself asking, and still sitting on that question and not taking action? And you've asked, here, there, and everywhere for an answer. And do you find yourself, putting that, taking that leap of faith? Though, if your answer is, depending on how you answer those, would tell you if you trust yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, that means you're holding something against yourself and you haven't forgiven yourself for something. So that might be something you can find by going inward and doing some introspection, uncover the root of that, and forgive yourself for any perceived wrongdoings or perceived mistakes or perceived fumbles that you've made, because you're human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're growing. We're learning as we go. And we're doing this from the very beginning to the very end of our lives. So it does not matter how old we are constantly on this journey and constantly growing and learning. Okay. So I hope this helped. I hope it resonated, and a very, very happy birthday to you. That's all I have for you this evening.
That was great. And Iva, you're asking about good news about a family member this week. There's some stuff I want to tell you, so I'm not going to just do yes, no here. There's a lot of stuff going on. They're showing me like a lot of like something coming that was unexpected, um, uncomfortable, something like that. For the past, you get a little bit of loss, sorrow, hurt. And I do have the Tower card of something coming out of nowhere, unexpected, and caused a crisis. I want to tell you, I don't have any bad cards here. I do have receiving a reward type of thing here. So I do get a healing type of um, trip or healing. And I do feel like everything is, don't jump to any conclusions. And I get some positive cards here. But I get a lot of people when I ask about your family. I get, I want to tell you that I do get a dad type of energy that I feel is going to get something really good come in financially. He may want it because I feel like, wanting and waiting for this money to come in. I do get the mom energy and fond memories from the past. I get a ambitious male. So I feel like there's a lot of people here. I got a strong male and a money-minded male. So I go, wow, there's a lot of people involved. I feel like, again, there is a healing thing here. Don't jump to conclusions. I get success coming home, or a change in the home, and I get receiving reward. So I don't get anything bad here. And so it'll be a yes for me on here. But I do feel like something is, they're showing me something came out of nowhere that was unexpected. I do have the judgment card where something happens that's uncomfortable, but sometimes there's great things that come out of the unexpected. And I really do feel like that's a change for the better. So just to kind of look at it, and you're wanting to know yes, no, I would say yes, because there's some good stuff in here. Very good stuff, good memories of the past, things like that. But somebody in the family, I guess, is going to get a like a new stream of money, or some money, or a new job or something. And I want to let you know, I get a dad energy getting that, but would be a good dad, or something like that. But to answer your question, yes, you got some positive, successful cards here. And that's what I have for you.
I love it, Debbie. Okay. Why don't we have this going? Okay, here we go. Let's get our next question. All right, is it your turn? Oh, no, it's my turn. Okay, you guys. Here's the next question for a chance to get your name on the wheel. You might be getting swole in the gym, but you'll never be stronger than your own hair. A head of human hair is strong enough to lift A, 45 pounds, B, 23 pounds, C, 1 ton, or D, 13 tons.
My hair would not
So,
make it.
all the hair on your head, every single piece of hair, if it were to be put together,
Together,
as a
you
rope,
do a nice braid.
what weight could it hold?
Wait. Okay, we got to go into like
All right, it looks
a
like
ton.
the answer was D, 13 tons.
Oh my God. Not my hair.
A head of human hair all together
It's your hair.
hold 13.
Holy
That's
cow.
crazy. That's crazy.
Hi,
But
Michael.
yes, hi, babe. Okay, so I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna add let's see, Michael. Okay. Let's do another
13
one.
tons.
Debbie, read the next one.
Oh, there's another one. Let me go.
Yeah, read the next one.
Okay. The jelly beans. Okay. Jelly beans look shiny and delicious, but do you know what gives candy its shine? It's the coating. It's made from a concoction that includes A, shoe polish, B, insect poop, C, bee urine, D, floor wax.
All right, you guys, what's the coating on your jelly beans made of?
I know this one.
Shoe polish,
Polish,
insect poop, bee urine, or floor
D.
wax. Let's see.
D, 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 C, C.
Here we go.
Oh, there we have
Anika Matai.
Annika.
Or Annika, sorry.
I'm telling you, is it insect poop?
So you get another spot on the wheel, Annika. Okay.
And what is everybody going to do at Easter? Not eat jelly beans.
Don't eat Peeps either. I don't like. Oh, Peeps are like the worst candy ever. Anyway, don't get me started. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so you guys, here's the 5th question. We got this one and one more. President John F. Kennedy's brain was removed during his autopsy in 1963. It was placed in a steel box and A, now resides in his official presidential library. B, was sold at an auction in the 1970s. C, now resides in the National Archives inventory of medical evidence. Or D, was lost and never seen again.
I can't remember this, and I knew it. I was thinking it was lost.
What happened to John F. Kennedy's brain, y'all?
Maybe it's in the museum thingy. Maybe
Sundown, Laura,
gone.
the winner of that one.
How do you do that? How does that happen?
Right. How do you lose someone's brain?
Yeah.
Literally
Yes,
lost
lost
his
and
mind,
never
did it?
seen.
I said literally lost his mind, did it? No, that's
Oh,
crazy. That how do you lose a brain?
a president's brain.
President's brain.
Malpractice. You want me to do the last one?
Yes, do the last one for us.
Okay, you guys, here we go. They say the mind is the first thing to go, but it might start going way sooner than people realize. At what age does the brain start to deteriorate? A, 18 years old, B, 25 years old, C, 30 years old, D, 47 years old. 18, 25, 30, or 47 years old. When does the brain start to deteriorate? I'm going to be crazy and I'm going to say 18. I'm going to go with A.
I don't even know the answer. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Nobody's with me yet. I'm going for A.
Amy Nia. Amy Nia.
Hot 30. Wow, C, 30. Well,
Oh,
Matty, it's a little late for you.
It's already begun deteriorating. Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty. So
crazy.
you guys, these are the entries for the wheel. We've got Annika Matal twice. We've got Laura twice. We've got Michael Reeves, and we've got Amy Nia. So this is the spin, you guys. So
For the grand prize.
Wait.
Wait.
I was gonna give one more reading, a quick one. So I want to do that before we announce that. So
Okay.
we'll just because I already have it here. So
We're gonna spin 2 times, right? One for the grand prize, one for the Amazon.
We could do that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get the memo.
I like that. Okay, so let's see. Where was I forget who I picked now. I just have to. Oh, here we go.
I know you're over 30.
Deteriorating.
Who did I do? Who's next? Where am I?
Oh no. Okay. I picked Desi Kalakar. Do you see any communication from Scorpio anytime soon? No contact. I'm gonna say yes. I don't know if it's soon. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I do see communication from this person. However, I don't think. Actually, I'll get to that part, but I'm gonna say this. I see this person you view as maybe the divine masculine, and you've maybe referred to them as that and at a time, not directly to them, but I mean you've heard this term, I'm sure. But really, that is you. So that represents stability, right? Stability and this like feeling of like completeness, wholeness, and also represents this like logical reasoning, right? And so there's something really important here. That might be you seeking that out and maybe projecting that idea of that onto a person. So really, this is something that is needed for you at this time. However, I do see that's just a side note, but what I'm seeing here, I do see this person that embodies this emperor energy, and the emperor is like this closed off, sometimes non-communicative, sometimes like really like can be kind of aggressive or angry type. This type of person energy, they do come back and apologize about something. There's an apology. It may not be a big one, or they may like do some like sweeping over of the apology where they kind of like touch on it and you can tell like they're trying to say sorry but they're not actually saying sorry, and so it kind of makes you like you know, you want more acknowledgement, but this person does come back and say something at least. Here's the really important part though. You need to not pester for this or reach out. You need to stop communicating with this person if you have been at all. Don't send a message to see how they are. Don't send a follow-up. Don't do it. Don't like a picture. Don't send an email. Don't whatever. Don't have your friend that they don't talk to show up watching their story and be on the story, Instagram story list. They see that, okay, Who's this person I've never seen before? Oh, that's their friend, and obviously she's watching my story, or he or she's watching my story. You know, don't do it. Don't. This is vital, because here's the thing. This person already has had your energy, your presence in their life, right? And so when they in some way haven't valued that, or have not recognized the value of that, and are disrespecting you in some way, or you guys have had this conflict, whatever it is, well, they need, they're never going to feel the consequence of that energy being removed if you are continuing to reach out and have that communication continuing, and especially from a standpoint of where you guys are not, seeing eye to eye, and then you continue to reach out and have that communication, and they just grow this like one, they just push further. So you don't want that to happen either. It does look like this person has some sort of realization, though, in your absence, and it requires your absence for them to have that realization. So again, it's very important that you keep faith if you do want to talk to this person again. And I'm going to get around to this, because I don't think you should ever wait around for anybody. And so I'm not telling you to wait around for this person at all. I'm telling you to live your life, move on, move forward, forget about them. But know and have faith that this person will have some sort of realization in your absence, and they will come back, and they will apologize in their own way. But it requires you sitting and to receive that, and not taking an action on it. You don't need to facilitate that happening. Space is very important at this time. Space is very important at this time, because there is some sort of ideation that happens in that space, and you need to have faith that that will happen. There will be a return and some sort of communication. Two of Wands here. Okay, very important that you give them that space. So here's what I'm going to say, though. Long term, I don't see it working out, because it just looks like there's too many differences. It looks like it's not. It's too little, too late, and this person also hasn't fully committed to any sort of change. So, I'm gonna say you're gonna be in a position when you do hear from this person that you appreciate and like the principle of it, of like, thank you for apologizing, but you're going to be in a place where you no longer see them the same anymore, and however you choose to handle that from there is up to you. But I advise you keep it cordial, and just thank you for apologizing, but I've taken this path, and I do wish you the best. That's my advice, but you make your own choices. So your stone to close out the reading is malachite. Malachite is a stone of adventure and symbolizes big transformations. If this stone appeals to you, it is because the energy radiating from it calls you to take a risk and make a drastic change in your life. This stone gives you the courage and the strength to do that. I know you're sitting there waiting, hoping this person contacts you, hoping everything's, comes back around, but you need to understand that, you might be pushing it, driving the wedge further, and only putting yourself in a position to where you're going to experience more hurt and pain, because you're fixated on something that you can't force things. You can't take people and force them into, if a puzzle piece doesn't fit and it's not working, it just, you can't make those two go together. You're only hurting yourself. So just keep that in mind, okay? But that's all I have for you this evening, and I hope it helped. All right, so let's go back to the wheel, you guys. This is, hold on one second. This is oh, thank you, Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we need to get a drum roll.
Yeah.
Everybody,
All right, so
bang on the desk.
this is the first, the second place prize, which our second prize, which is the first spin. So that'll be a free reading from me. And let's see. Hold on one second. Here we go. Who's it gonna be?
Manifest. You can only win one time, okay?
Laura. Laura. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, Laura, you got a free reading, my highest level reading that I offer, the deep reading, and I will put my email in the chat. So just email mattytarot@gmail.com. I just entered it in the chat. And just, say, hi, Laura, it's Laura from I Won on the Wheel, and yada, yada, yada. And we'll set up a date and time for your reading, okay? So let's see. We'll remove Laura from there. Okay, so, but Laura, so the reason I entered twice, Debbie, is because if they got 2 questions, then they can win again. So Laura has another chance to win. But let's see. Because that was the point of the questions. But okay, you guys, this is for the gift card. You ready? Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna? Oh, Laura. Wow. I swear everyone is what's it called? Is equally given. But wow, Laura, you really cleaned house tonight. Alrighty, so is there I appreciate everyone participating and playing, but is there anything else you wanted to say, Debbie?
I'm just sending my email to claim the prize of a Amazon gift card.
Okay, lovely. And then Lopa Mudra. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Lopa Mudra. There's no list, so our show's over, but we're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There's no list. You just enter your question into the chat. So if we didn't get to you today, or you came in and we're on our way out, come back on Friday or Monday or Wednesday and just put your question in the chat. You may get randomly selected to receive a reading. Okay. So,
all right.
Thank you so much for everything. Laura says, I live in Italy. Is it okay? We will discuss that in the email. Just email me, mattytarot@gmail.com, and email Debbie. But I think Debbie's is electronic, right?
It is, but Amazon has Italy, they have US, they have Japan. So
Yeah.
I'll just have to look into that.
Yeah, and then in regard to your reading, we would just have to call on the phone, but so we can discuss all that in the email. Okay. But thank you again, everybody, for joining us this evening. It's been fun. I hope you have a lovely evening, a safe one. And we'll be back on Friday. With Fluid Friday. We're going to play What's in Your Cup. We're going to have a Friday Feuds poll, and we really hope to see you there. All right?
Okay,
bye, let me just
guys.
send the QR code real quick. QR code. If you're interested in a private reading, scan this QR code. It'll give you a list of all the services I offer. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you on Friday.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.